Hello, I'm thrilled to announce this new product called Spot the Sector Episode 1. We will talk about energy. Today is Friday, but the new product will be out every Wednesday. Since this Wednesday, we had the general presentation. I'm Marcello Zanardo, CEO and founder of Mercury Partners Academy and a adjunct professor at Ca' Foscari University. So, the energy sector. When we look at sector, we start with the definition. So the energy sector is made of companies which are engaged in exploration, production, refining, marketing, storage, and transportation of oil, gas, coal, and all consumable fuels. It also includes companies that offer oil and gas equipment and services. All the information in the presentation is taken from msci.com, so feel free to go in the website and dig deeper. In terms of the performance of the index, the MSCI World Energy, you can see that compared to the MSCI All Country World Index, which means all the countries developed and emerging markets, and the MSCI World, which is just made up of developed countries, the index has underperformed, so it grew less versus the overall equity market. Very important information. Which kind of stocks are included in the index? Again, if you look at the index characteristics on the left, you see that there are 58 stocks. The largest stocks, which is Exxon Mobil Corporation, has a 529 billion market cap, the smallest 3.78 billion. And then you've got average and median market cap. It is important to see all this information so you can figure out the characteristics of the sector. And if you look at the list, as said, Exxon Mobil is the biggest, followed by Chevron Corporation, Shell, Total Energies, up to Marathon Petroleum. So in this slide, you have an idea of the 10 biggest stocks that make up the index. Looking at sub-industry and country weights, again, let's move from the country. You can see that the United States dominates with a 63% weight, followed by Canada and then UK. So it's important to locate where the biggest companies are based. And if we go into sub-industry weights, if you remember the 11 sectors, energy is one, you can see that in the sub-industry weights, integrated oil and gas make up more than half of the index, and oil and gas exploration production, 21%, and so on. Looking at this slide, which is the exposure of each index to what are the factors, you know that there is growth, value, size, momentum, quality. This slide gives you a lot of useful information, which once you grasp all the other sectors, you can accommodate together. If we look at the energy sector, you see that it's got a lot of exposure to value. So stocks that make up the index tend to be cheap or cheaper versus other. They also have a big tilt on yield. So the companies in the sector pay higher dividend income or higher dividends, hence the deal yield on cash flow paid out is higher. And then you also have another higher exposure to low volatility. So for example, if you want to increase yield in your portfolio, if you want to lower the beta by putting a lower volatility, you would want to have an exposure to the energy sector. We will see there are other sectors that have similar characteristics, but that's very important to see the exposure to the sector. This concludes our overview of the energy sector. Visit our website. We have a lot of internship opportunities, so go into mercurypartners.net and under employment, and you'll see the application now for teams, and keep following us on all our activities on our social media. Bye from now. See you next week, and see you later on today with Spot the Stock, a new product on a single stock, on a single sector. Bye from me. All the best.